Hi everyone, it's Amy, and I thought I'd start with some wine education today. I hope you take this journey with me. I am learning, and I think the most fascinating thing for me about learning about different wines, besides tasting them and drinking them, is just learning about the journey of the grape, how they came together, where they're grown, why they are grown there, and what contributes to it. So here's the one I am going to start off with. This is called Ligado. I don't know if you can see that fun label. And it is a rosé. So I know people say, oh, rosé all day, hashtag rosé all day. Well, to me, yeah, obviously, who couldn't drink rosé all day? But I think that people always say, oh, it's just summer, but I beg to differ. I think it is good to start in April, which is when we're starting. So let's talk about this and how it got to be this rosé. So this is made up of many different grapes. It's a blend. So, and these percentages, this is actually off the Scout and Cellar website, because I sometimes forget my numbers, but 37% of this is a cab. So cab is a full-bodied red. We all know what a Cabernet is, and that is what is mainly in this rosé. The next percentage, the next highest percentage is a 15%. Let me see if I get this right, because I never heard of this grape. It's called a Carmenere. So a Carmenere is a lot like a Merlot and a Cab, except for the Merlot and Cab have dark fruits, like think raspberry, and then a kick of pepper. So it's a little spicier, a little bolder. The Carmenere is more like a red fruit, like think raspberry or cherry. So that's kind of, I think, where we would say we could get some of this pink from. But then the next one is a 14% of this is Syrah. So Syrah is another red, a deep red ruby color. It's just, I love Syrahs, but so that is 14%. And that has, the only difference between that and a Cab is that it's like, think blueberries with pepper. So the next 13%, Merlot. We all know what a Merlot is, another full-bodied red. It's wonderful. 9% Malbec, another full-bodied red. And then the last, or not the last, the second to the last is a 7% of what's called Petit Verdot. So this is what I think is so interesting. What is Petit Verdot? I've not heard of it. So this is, not this particularly, a Petit Verdot, those grapes are generally so rich and so full of tannins and so spicy that they are commonly used as a blend. And they are from the southwestern part of France, from Bordeaux specifically. And they are so full-bodied and so full of tannins that they only use less than 10% when they use that grape to mix it in their blends. So the last one is Pinot Noir, and that is such a classy red. It's awesome. I think we all know what that is. And I will go into more details of different types of those. But going back to our lovely Chilean Ligado, this is from the partners at Nico. And they are in Chile. All these grapes were grown in places in that winery that were conducive to that type of grape. Basically bottled after about 2 to 3 weeks of doing, well, actually, excuse me, doing a quick press, just so it would get this light pink color. Then about 2 to 3 weeks separately fermented, and then bottled all together, then shipped over to us and finished in California. So I just think that's such a cool journey, right? I mean, it took all these grapes to make this one bottle. I love it. So cheers to all of you. And I want to show you one more thing, actually, before. If you look at the back of the bottle, it sort of tells the little story, which I always love about wineries. But here the ingredients say 3 things. And I think that's important. When you are looking at a wine, you don't want to be looking at added things that you do not need in your body. And these ingredients are grapes, yeast, and sulfites. And keeping under 100 ppls of sulfites is awesome. Even better, 50% or 50 ppls. So this is at barely 98 and it's 103 calories. Gotta do that. And just as a sidebar, you know, Pinot Noir is known as its healthiest type of red grape to have for all of its benefits, lowering cholesterol, lowering blood pressure. So knowing that's in here, I just feel better about having this glass of wine tonight. So I hope you join me, and I hope you think about your rosé just a little bit more intently, and I'll see you at the next wine tasting.